Intimidate, nice.
Intimidate, nice.
Something? Oh, the Belly Bolt. I guess we'll see what it does.
Belly Bolt does a lot of screens.
That's true.
But it usually does light screen and not reflect.
Yeah, that's a problem. I'm mainly hoping that it doesn't paralyze, because we need the burn. Boy, that's bad.
Oh, that's really bad. That doesn't reflect. Belly Bolt, please do a reflect.
I guess we'll see how this goes. I'll wait until you do Rain Dance.
Yeah, just nullify our stats, I don't care.
Yep.
Mud Shot, there we go. That might actually come in.
It only drops the speed, unfortunately.
Oh, I thought it drops the accuracy.
Nah, that's Mud Slap.
Oh. I'm a disgrace. I should know our signature move. Did another bulk up. I actually have a One Punch Man scroll above my bed.
Nice. Now it has more purpose.
Well, I watched the first season in its entirety. I haven't watched the second season.
Ah.
It was originally my brother's. We swapped our bed positions, but we didn't move the posters or anything.
Oh, that was actually a good heal.
Oh, we got light screen. Yay. I think that only helps against Snarl.
Do what now?
I like how Saitama doesn't even look that strong.
Yeah, that's what I love about him.
He just looks kind of toned. What's my stats right now? One more.
Okay.
I'll do. Oh, bulk up. I'll do one more rain dance before I start attacking.
Sounds good. Wheelchair.
See Janos naked. He's just robot.
Maybe I get to acid spray now. Let me see. Oh hell no, I don't. Question is, does it bulk up to get the burn?
Oh shit, I should have done a burn. God dang it, I clicked the wrong one. It did a bulk up too.
It's fine. I think it might do a second one. Let me clear smog. Try now.
I got a crit on it. That's actually pretty good.
Nice.
I'm going to do Burning Jealousy, and hopefully it does a bulk up. It does Flare Blitz. Of course it does. Oh, it doesn't do that much damage, though. Thank God.
I'm out of heal cheers, unfortunately, though.
Okay.
That one did basically nothing. Nothing.
God damn it. Please, just do a bulk up. Just
oh,
one bulk up.
It's for okay. You can switch back to Tera Blast.
Did I? How'd it burn?
No, it did belly bolt paralysis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I should have got paralyzed. This might be clutch. Hang on. I'm gonna do acid spray. And then, if I survive this turn, I'm just gonna wait a while.
I'm gonna do this Tera, and then I'm gonna do a Rain Dance.
I think. Do you have a heal cheer? Okay.
I do have a heal cheer if you need it. Wait, why am I doing? Oh, I'm going first now.
Yeah, because it's faster. Okay. You can go for a heal cheer. I think that might be for the best.
Yeah, for both of us.
Yeah.
Heal cheer.
Good. Okay, actually pretty decent. Reflex not up. I'm gonna put that up.
Yep. Belly Bolt might have been the hero we needed.
Perhaps. I'm not celebrating yet. Okay. You can continue with Tera Blast. I'm gonna risk doing one more acid spray. Please don't do bulk up. Now I don't want you to do bulk up, please. Yes, hang on, this is huge. Okay.
Oh, I think I might have got another crit.
Oh.
No, that was not a crit.
Okay, awesome. Okay. I'm not gonna risk another acid spray. You're doing good damage. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, keep it up.
Come on.
I think
I'm just like spamming A. I just want to do it as quick as I can.
okay. The shield should give you some time to do the last one. I'm gonna do a lunge. I think it's a bit of a weird choice, but I'm gonna do lunge. You should be able to.
Okay. It's paralyzed. It couldn't move. Let's go.
Let's go. Belly ball clutch.
Belly Bolt.
One more should do it, I think. One more should do it.
I think one more can do it. Come on.
It's gone.
Come on,
yes.
Discord.
We did it. Belly ball must decide.
Belly Bolt.
Oh, thank God.
Belly Bolt's the hero we needed.
Maybe, maybe it wasn't the rest of it body slam after all. Who knows? Oh well.
Okay. You're a worthy opponent.
Truly.
Love ball.
Honestly, I was tempted to. I think I'm gonna go level ball. No, you know what? I want to put it on love ball too. That just sounds funny.
Stop being dark and broody.
True. Okay, that one was fun. A bit of a pain.
Those are a lot of. So dear.
Sweet.
Only one though. I'll take it though. I think I have like 12 of those now.
It's something for our struggles. Yeah, I got one soon. You know, I would love to pretend like there was some really clever reason as to why I picked Weepinbell as this partner that perfectly complements Spiritomb. But there isn't. Weepinbell is here out of desperation. Generally speaking, finding a support Pokémon for our purposes isn't too hard. I just need to know what the problems or weaknesses of the attacker Pokémon are, and how I can patch them up. So it's just about finding a Pokémon that can do exactly that. And I knew exactly what I needed here. First off, I needed Clear Smog because I expected Incineroar to spam Bulk Up a lot, and the second thing I needed was Reflect. So simple enough, there's a lot of Clear Smog Pokemon. But the actual problem is that not a lot of them get Clear Smog and Reflect. We actually exhausted our options for Pokemon that have a combination of the moves. Weepinbell was the last one aside from Victreebel, if we want to count that. I considered foregoing Reflect for something else that could burn it, but even finding something like that we hadn't used was difficult. Reflect was just essential here because Spiritomb is not as bulky as it seems, and I needed to patch up that weakness. So Weepinbell it was, specifically Weepinbell over Victreebel because with Eviolite, Weepinbell is quite a bit more bulkier than Victreebel. Now that said, it's not still insanely bulky, it's good, just not an unbreakable wall, especially here with the type disadvantage. But Weepinbell does actually have its own merits. It generally has a solid support move pool for raids. You've got Lunge, Reflect, Acid Spray, Clear Smog, and Worry Seed. Hell, I considered using it in some of our past runs for this reason. It can generally pull its own weight rather nicely. It's just unfortunate that we're only using it here out of desperation at the worst possible time. The damage calculations that I did for it on paper were not too bad, but in practice it was actually quite a bit of a struggle to stay alive. One of the problems being that its typing was just not helping. I originally had Tera Water, but when I used Tera Water, Darkest Layer did too much, and then when I switched to Tera Dark, Flame Blitz did too much, so I'm honestly not quite sure how much of a difference changing the Tera type made. Before moving on to Spiritomb real quick, I just want to do a quick breakdown on Incineroar. Looking at Incineroar's set, it's really nothing out of this world with the exception of Darkest Lariat, which bypasses stat changes, meaning that defense increases if we were doing them at all were out of the question. Now on top of that, it has a pretty strong fire type stab move, a randomly targeted taunt at the start, and worst of all, it spams Bulk Up with stat stacking. But see, here's the punchline to the joke. It doesn't even spam Bulk Up that much, which would have actually been the ideal scenario. What I was preparing for was to have Incineroar spam Bulk Up constantly, so I can just Clear Smog it, it buffs again, I clear it, and the loop goes on, just like we did for Dragonite. But in practice, that's not how it went at all. Incineroar really only does Bulk Up whenever it feels like it, aside from one that's basically guaranteed at the start, so it spent more time attacking us than buffing, which was a problem as we had to manage quite a few things to maintain ourselves alive. Our saving grace was that Incineroar only clears our stats once very shortly after the start of raid, so any buff was permanent. And that said though, it was still quite a bit of a nightmare, as I just could not predict its behavior like I thought I would be able to. To be honest, the well of ideas was kind of dry for this one, partially because raids were the last thing on my mind when this one was happening. So the credit of the idea of Spiritomb goes all to Sapphire here. Originally we were actually gonna try Save-A-Lie, but seeing how Incineroar relies on Bulk Up made me realize that was not gonna fly. Possibly even with a critical hit strategy, so the next idea was Spiritomb. I was honestly very unsure of this working even after I made the sets. The damage calculations didn't look too bad per se, but they weren't the most promising either. As I alluded to earlier, Spiritomb may look like a bulky Pokemon with those defense stats, but really it's just a kind of average bulk. This is due to the fact that it has a measly base 50 HP stat, which really brings down those defense. Now couple that with the fact that it doesn't resist any of Incineroar's attacks here, and we're treading some dangerous waters here. Now to add to that, neither of Spiritomb's types were good offensively against Incineroar, so we were relying on non-stab Tera attacks, which adds a timer as a variable that we have to worry about. Not helping is Spiritomb's pretty shallow move pool with a lack of fighting type moves, and the cherry on top being that both of Spiritomb's abilities were totally useless in raids. Needless to say, this might be one of the most uphill battles we have on this series. A support Pokemon out of its element, Spiritomb's shortcomings making it tough to work with, and a boss who is very inconsistent in its behavior. But well, what does Spiritomb actually do? Well, fortunately, it gets access to Nasty Blood for a quicker setup, and it has a pretty decent special attack to make up for the lack of stab here. Rain Dance nerfed Flare Blitz, which was quite scary, especially for Weepinbell, and then there's Burning Jealousy. Originally I had Will-O-Wisp here, but I had a small epiphany as Sapphire asked me how we would be getting to Tera, and then I realized, hey, Burning Jealousy can accomplish that and let us save on PP for Tera Blast, as well as of course burn Incineroar. Now the thing about this move is that it's dependent on timing, it only burns when a stat increase happens, which is fine at the start when we can predict the first bulk up, but less so when the bulk up chance is essentially random. Even though in theory Burning Jealousy let us burn through shield, it really didn't do that in the end, but I still think it was a better choice than Will-O-Wisp. Now one might wonder, after everything I've said about these two Pokemon and Incineroar, was this actually doable without the help of that clutch Bellibolt in a run? Probably. I can't even answer that confident because, like I said, I was still unsure if this would work out going into it. I think we could have done it, but we probably would have needed quite a few more attempts, as it would have been very luck reliant depending on how Incineroar feels like behaving. Right before our successful attempt, I was considering scrapping Weepinbell and going back to the drawing board to try and find some other way to handle this, but we got it in the next attempt thanks to Bellibolt. So I salute Bellibolt for saving us the trouble with that clutch paralysis. I neglected to mention this up to this point, but this strategy was actually gonna work differently at first. To keep it short, there's the strategy where if you cheer right before you die, it makes the buff permanent once you respawn, even though the game doesn't show it. So the idea was, let Spiritomb get to Tera, attack you right before it dies, then when it respawns it actually terastallizes and it deals more damage. But I realized after our first attempt that the damage output of Spiritomb was not the issue here, so I didn't go with it. Perhaps someday though. Honestly, one of the more nightmarish ones when it came to building and a little bit in terms of execution. Not quite Blaziken levels though. Regardless, I still did have fun with how tense of a challenge it became. It's only a matter of time until the next boss that sacks buffs comes around. And depending on what it is or what we use, we will probably have to repeat a Pokemon, so that's unfortunate. But hey, it is what it is.